There were a few reasons why I was drawn to my wife, Crystal, when I first met her. The first three I'm getting ready to mention may not come as a surprise, but the fourth one might. It was her beauty, her love for God, her love for people, and her ambition. There was something about her ambition to be something in life that was magnetic. She wasn't going to let friends, family, circumstances, nothing deter her from becoming the woman she saw herself becoming. There's something about ambition in people that makes us sort of stand in awe. The ambition of athletes to will themselves to a championship. The ambition of intellectuals that drive them to do and create things we thought we'd never see in our lifetime. Flat out, ambition is compelling. It's no wonder Paul uses this word to the people of Thessalonica when he said, "Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you." Of all the things Paul could have told these people to be ambitious about, he chose to tell them to be ambitious about leading a quiet life. I think Paul uses the word ambition because he knows just how compelling ambition was and is. But instead of telling them to be ambitious about making money or climbing the ladder, he told them to use all of their ambition towards the quiet life. We could guess about what that means all day long, but Paul makes it clear. Mind your own business and work with your hands. He uses these two ideas because he had heard how the people of Thessalonica were being busybodies in other people's business, as well as how they had become lazy and stopped working because they were waiting on Jesus' return. Paul knew this was no way to live as believers. But why did Paul come against this way of living? What was it, just out of preference? No. In verse 12, we find out why Paul wanted the believers to mind their business and work with their hands. He says this, "So that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody." Paul was notorious for always having unbelievers in mind. And here, Paul is encouraging the believers of Thessalonica to not waste their life by living a life that loses the respect of outsiders. And in that day and time, believers being messy in other people's business and being lazy, it was losing the respect of unbelievers. But Paul believed, and I think you would too, that our life and our ambitions should be so compelling for outsiders that they become curious about how we are living in such a countercultural manner. Let me ask you this challenging yet necessary question. Would you say the life you currently lead compels unbelievers or repels unbelievers? This is a question I've asked myself time and time again, and truthfully speaking, I've had areas in my life that I think I've repelled outsiders instead of compelling outsiders. If that's the case for you, I want to encourage you to make it your ambition to lead the type of life that Jesus has for you. Not solely for your sake, but for the sake of outsiders everywhere. Do me a favor, and in the chat below, just give some examples and ways that you feel are compelling for outsiders, that make them curious about the faith that we have.